Hello. So for my first question in the Unit 5 assessment, I was asked to draw a sketch to show the point C and to draw the position vector of OC. So the only thing I was given was the coordinates of point C, as well as this sketch with X, Y, and Z lines that are not in the right places they should be. So the first thing I needed to do was to draw a sketch, and to first draw that sketch, I wanted to draw a vector to represent each point that was given to me. So in the red over here, I first started by drawing a vector that represents 2 on the x-axis, as we can see here, as we know that the first point in our point, the first coordinate is 2 on the axis x, right? And then we know that on the axis y, the value is going to be -3. So from the origin, I moved -3 to the left over here to represent that part of the coordinate. And then we knew that the value on the z coordinate was just 1. So I went up in the red to represent 1 as the vector over here for the coordinate. And then after that, to show a sketch of what was going on, basically, I knew it was going to be a cube, as we can see here. And I knew that I needed to basically copy each vector 3 times. So as we can see here, this is the vector that represents the value of C on the y-axis, and it's copied once here, and then once over here, and then another time here, and here. So in a total, I copied it 3 times. And then the axis Z, we know is the value of just 1, and we can see it copied once here, another time here, and then one more time over here. And then the same thing goes with the x vector 2, which is copied here, 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 as well as here. So this basically creates a cube, and this is what the sketch will look like. And then after that, I wanted to basically move along from C to the end point of where C is, basically to show where the actual C coordinate is. So I basically moved from the origin based on what the coordinates told me. So the coordinates in the green we can see here. So this is how I moved to the point C. So the coordinates tell us that the point C moves 2 on the x-axis, which in the green is shown here. I moved 2 on the x-axis. Then it's said that it moves -3 on the y-axis. So that's the -3 on the y-axis. And then it goes up 1 on the z-axis. So that's the green shows up 1 on the z-axis. So this point right over here is where the exact point C is on this sketch of ours. Now to show the vector OC, it was very simple. I just drew a line from the origin, the point of origin, to the end point of C, which is over here. So this represents the vector OC, and we can see here this is the vector OC, because this represents the starting point, the origin, and then this represents the end point of C. So this is where the coordinate C lies in this graph. Thank you so much.